Hello. Uh, Actually, I'm working with Sync Fusion Grid View Control. So we send you a requirement. I think you don't understand my requirement. First of all, I want to work with Grid View with ASP control, jQuery control, and window form is the desktop control. So first, we just work with ASP control. Uh, After my requirement is final, then we will go to a jQuery control and a window form control. My requirement is my grid view is responsive. uh, I want to include exporting export in PDF, Excel, document, and print method. uh, for the data binding, we use sometime web services and SQL data method. This is my grid view sample. uh, Actually, you send me a jQuery grid view method, jQuery grid view sample, but really this is same as your default grid view, look like same as this is what my requirement. Actually, for this actually I draw this grid view with the help of this is Dave Express demo sample. So with this help of I just create my grid view, and I want to work with Sync Fusion. So when I click on Jack, sorry for that, data will be loaded here, and this is a image. I don't know why this is look appear in here. uh, at the same time, here is a two tabs button. When I select this, edit, cancel, here is new. So I want my grid view and my functionality is same as like this grid view. So let's check this. So first of all, this is it look like same in my grid view sample. I want here tab, this is detail tab, and this is graph tab. In detail tab, I want a simple div template, not a table template, because table template is very heavy to load. So I want to here is div sample. In that I want to load image and its data. Here is another grid view. Here is I want to load in the div I want to load another grid view. So here is the search method, uh, and data, and this is rows. Accordingly, I fetch data from here. So when I click on the first row, the respective data is appear on here, and the graph of particular data will be generated in this tab. So first of all, we this is actually my requirement. So this is happening on click event, uh, or on hover. If this possible is in on hover, so just forget on over, just we think about on click. So for the pagination, now we talk about pagination. Here I want a simple default pagination here. With respect to, I want another search. Here is the text box, and this is search button. Here is another one text box, and this is search button. I already set one each page size. The my client requirement is if this default page size is 10. So if I want to load a 20 record in the grid view, so when I type a 20 here, so the 20 record will be display in grid view, and particular here is the page size. One of the page size is also changed here. And my another requirement is when this is a page number. So here is the 45 page, so I want to jump on directly a 22 page. So when I click type here 22 and click on search, then directly jump to the 22 page and the data will be appeared. So I want to load a data on page on demand, so means on the first time I want to load only 10 records in a grid view. When I click on 2, the respective data will load in grid view. So it will be make faster. So it's mean that I mean when I click on 2, the all data will be not loaded, the particular 10 record is loaded, so my uh, page speed is become faster. This is about a pagination. Let's talk about exporting. So I want to export, I want here include a print, a PDF, Excel and docx, exporting my records along with my, this is a particular div template, so I want to export also the particular div template with my grid view template. Uh, so for that, here is the I select a checkbox. When I click here on checkbox, the all checkbox is checked, and when I uncheck this checkbox, header checkbox, the all checkbox is unchecked. My first requirement, when I check on this checkbox, the only the particular 10 record is checked, not my all records. So when I click on check here, only 10 record will be checked. And when I click on export, sorry for that, uh, this is my first requirement. So I want to export with particular column also. My requirement of exporting is selecting checkbox. When I want to select two checkboxes and I want to export a data. When I click on export, the particular data will be export. When I select operate here, then the 10 data will be export. But sometime my client requirement is okay here, the first, when I click on here, only 10 data will be export, but my client requirements, I want to export my all the rows according to filter. When okay, so I just click on search, and here is show uh, 300 row is your variant. So I want to export my all 300 row. So I want another checkbox here uh, outside the grid view. So when I check on this grid view and export, uh, then all the filter row will be exported. When I click on here, only 10 record will be exported. When I select one or two checkbox, only two row will be exported. So along with us, my client required another is, so he want to sometime he don't want to export all the columns with we previously talking about rows. So he want to export all particular columns. So here is my requirement. uh, at in this drop down, I want to multi select checkboxes. So here in that, I select a column in grid view, and here I want a drop down. So I select a multi select column, so I select particular column, then I select my option. When I maybe I check on this, so select only 10 rows, or may I select one or two records row and click on export, then select only two record. Or I want another checkbox here outside the grid view, so I select this checkbox, check the all the records, then all the records in the grid view or filter rows in the grid view will be exported. So this is my requirements. Exporting record according to selected particular column or particular rows. uh, okay, I want here another option is column chooser. So my client want to see only a particular column. So here he can select a particular column, so you only select a particular column here. Freeze column, so here I want to add only two, my this checkbox and my particular first row only freeze column, and other all the columns is not freeze. So my phrase, and I want to also include my foreign key column. So when I drag this column here to my foreign key column, the data will be appeared. So I want to implement this functionality also in my grid view. I already tried grid view implement in my project. So I just succeeded in default grid view, but when I try to implement my all the functionality here, so I got an error. So I need your help to implement all the functionality in my grid view. So I want to hear graphs, also implement graph method also in my grid view example. So it's helped me to use graph in my grid view. So let's talk about delete and add method. uh, when I click on add, the pop-up message will be appear, or look like this. When I click on new, the new message will be appeared, cancel. When I click on delete, when I select I want to delete a particular row, but here we not here is here they not use a select a checkbox. So sorry for that. Here we select a checkbox. So when I click on checkbox and delete, the particular row will be deleted. And if I delete all the rows, the all the 10 row will be deleted. uh, so I don't want to delete all particular all the when here for the exporting use this select checkbox all. So I don't want to delete all of the record from here. So I want to delete a particular row, or when I click on here 10 row will be deleted. This will be enough for me. For the edit method, uh, when I click on here, I just want to include a here uh, edit method. So when I click on here, data will be appear here. So I just click on edit button, the data will be appear on this pop-up window. I'm not conclude about pop-up window, or here I 1 minute filtering in editing. Wait a minute. External form editing, I like this method, but I want to stick with pop-up. If I want to shift to external form editing, I will be manage my own. But before that, I want to simple pop-up button. So I just want to know how this sync fusion grid will work with this. So wait a minute, just I pause this video, just I remind what I forget here. uh, so here I want I forget a data catching point here. So actually I don't know what is data catching. I don't find any data catching description here, but I, I like to implement a data catching method in my grid view. So it will be helpful to less overhead on my SQL server. So here is the, I just forget a report method also. uh, I don't want to talk about reports here because uh, first of all I want to implement this type of grid view. All the functionality what I talking about here I want to implement in grid view. I want, then I will shift to the report method. uh, uh, okay, so I okay, I also forget when I click on my main point of view is when I first load a grid view, it's work on server side. Is what when I first load my grid view, it's work on server side. But when whatever event is occur on peer, any events, when I click on edit, no no one event will go to the server side. Whatever event will occur when I click on to my one loading type of pop-up will appear here, and at that time the particular page will be blocked, or so my client will not do any click or any click or here until the all the data will be loaded. So that's my point. And when I click on add, delete or any event on my particular grid view, I particular in grid view, so I don't want go any method to the server side. Here I also mentioned, forget to mention, when I click on detail, this is the tab and graph is tab. I don't want to here in graph tab also, when I click on here, the data will be appeared. It's okay. uh, it's work on click event. So when I click on graph, the graph data will be not loaded when I click on this row. I want to work like that. When I click on graph, at that time my graph will be loaded. So I want to also include a sorting method here, and default searching, filtering, and I also forget to add here my filtering method here. I want text boxes here to my filtering particular columns record according to my column record. So first of all, for the first time I want to work with ASP control. If this I'm satisfied with my all requirement here, then we will go to the jQuery method and window form or desktop method. uh, Thank you. If I already send you requirement, you don't understand my actual requirement, and this is I also send a URL to you for the reference purposes what I looking for, and uh, what I looking for. So I want to implement first all the requirement loaded here. So I just make a video here because I already tried to implement here, but I got it. We not uh, successfully implement this multi functionality in a grid view. We got a error, we stuck here. So I need your help to implement this type of functionality in my grid view. So I create this sample for me. It is not every time I use this type of functionality. So I want to create a sample for me. So I just want to implement all functionality in my particular grid view. So whenever I need another requirements according to my uh, according to sorry for my client, so I will refer this type of my sample and I create my satisfy or my fulfill my client requirement. So thank you for watching this video for video. So till now I want to implement this only method. If there is a if I want to implement another functionality or I want some changes, so I will reply on this particular incident. But before that I want to implement whatever I explaining here. I want to implement in my grid view. So hopefully you will understand my what I saying here. So thank you for watching this video.